Welcome to the Android workshop. Here I am going to tell you about how to publish an application. So this video helps you to understand the publishing process and get ready for a successful product launch on a Google Play. So before you publish your application on a Google Play Store and distribute it to the users, you need to get your application ready, test it, and prepare your promotional material. The preparation and publishing tasks are numbered to give you a rough idea about the sequence. However, you can skip steps as appropriate. So these are some steps for publishing an application. The first one is understand publishing process. So before you begin the steps in this checklist, you should take a moment to read and understand the overall publishing workflow and become familiar with how the process works. The second one, test for app quality. Before you publish an application on a Google Play Store, it's important to make sure that it meets the basic quality expectation for all the Android applications. Third one, determine the country distribution. Google Play lets you control what countries and territories your application is distributed to. So it's important to determine the country distribution. The fourth one, confirm the application's overall size. The overall size of your application can affect its design and how you publish it on a Google Play. Currently, the maximum size for an APK published on a Google Play Store is 50 MB. If your application exceeds that size, or if you want to offer a secondary download, you can use the APK expansion file, which Google Play will host for free on its server infrastructure and automatically handle the download to devices like Akash tablet. In the fifth step, we have confirmed the app's platform and screen compatibility ranges. That is, before publishing, it's important to make sure that your application designed to run properly on the Android platform versions and device screen sizes that you want to target. Since we have the Android 4.0 in our Akash tablet, so we set our project's Android version to 4.0. In the sixth step, decide whether your app will be free or priced. On the Google Play, you can publish applications as a free to download or priced. Free applications can be downloaded by any Android user in a Google Play. Paid application can be downloaded only by the users who have registered a form of payment in a Google Play Store, such as a credit card or a direct carrier billing. The seventh step, prepare a promotional graphics. When you publish on a Google Play, you can supply a variety of high quality graphic assets to showcase your applications or brand. After you publish, these appear on your product details page, in store listing and search results and elsewhere. The eighth step, build and upload the release ready APK. When you are satisfied that your application meets your user interface, compatibility and quality requirement, you can build the released ready version of your application. The second last step, final checks and publishing. When you think you are ready to publish, then take a few moments for a final checks, like do you have the right version of app uploaded, or have you set the right version of your application, or have you set your application pricing as a free or priced like that. And in the last step, support the users after launch. After you publish an application, it's crucial for you to support your customers, which provides a better experience for users that results in a better rating and more positive reviews for your products. Now, this was about the small explanation of each and every steps of how to publish an application. And now these are the some 4 phases of publishing an application, and we will see one by one in detail. So the first one is aiming at right device. So you can see this is the Eclipse IDE. So the first thing you need to consider is the Android version. So for targeting the Android version for your application, right click on the project. So here I have a project name web application in the package explorer. Right click on a project, go to the properties. In the left pane you can see the Android category, and there you have the Android version. Since we are using Android 4.0 in our Akash tablet, I have selected this, and it has the API level 14. Click on OK. Second thing to consider is the minimum API level. So for that, double click on Android manifest file, go to the manifest tab, and you can find the users SDK. Click on it, and here you can see the minimum SDK version, which is the minimum version of the Android platform on which your application will run. That is 8. That means your application will definitely run on Android 2.2. You also have the target SDK version and the maximum SDK version. So target SDK version on which your project is developed, and maximum SDK version on which is it is the maximum version of the Android platform on which your application will run. Now you can also set the version of your applications. To define the version information for your application, 2 attributes are available, and you should always define the values for both of them. That is, first one is the Android code. We can put an integer value that represent the version of the application code relative to the other version. You can set the value to any integer you want. However, you should make sure that each successive release of your application uses a greater value. So here we have the 1. And the second attribute we have is the version name, which is a string value that represents the release version of application code as it is shown to the user. Here we have 1.0. If we upgrade this application in future, then the value for the version name be either a 1.1 or a greater. The last thing to look at the feature set of your application. If, for example, your application relies on a Bluetooth or a camera, then you have to clarify this on an Android manifest file. So for that, click on Add button, select the Uses feature, click on OK, and here enter the name of the feature your application relies on. So I am writing for camera android dot hardware dot camera. And if your application relies on this, then in the required field set to true, otherwise false. Since we don't need this restriction, we can remove this by clicking on remove button. If you want to learn more about this topic, go to the Android website, that is developer.android.com. In the developers, go to the API guides. In the left pane you can see the Android manifest category. Click on it. Go down. Go down. So here you can see the uses feature. Click it, and in the uses features, see, you have the hardware features like a Bluetooth, camera, a flash. You can also add the software features. Like the live wallpaper or SIP. So that was about how to aim your right device. Thank you.